Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the crib. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Official Vintage TV. Alright, so welcome to my crib. I've been here for around 2 weeks, so I'm just going to go through pretty much everything in the place, just run you through everything. But yeah, this is the kitchen. I don't really use the kitchen. I've been here for 2 weeks and haven't used it at all, but I really love the gas stove. But as you can see, there's all like dust on the counter. That's how much I haven't used the kitchen yet, but I'm gonna start this week. In the living room here, this is probably my favorite piece of this whole house, this velvet couch. If you've watched our YouTubes before, you probably have seen this couch at my old place. But yeah, I was looking for one of these for a long time, and I think they're going for some crazy sort of money now. I think we brought it for like 600 bucks, and now they're going for like 5 grand. So it was a good little come up. I also got these Kill Bill posters that were in my last place as well. Love Kill Bill the movie, but they work well with the color of the couch and these movie posters as well. I've also got these other movie posters that I'm going to be putting up this week. As you can see, the place is sort of not really finished yet, but yeah, I probably should be finished in 1 or 2 weeks, but we might do another video once it's all done as well. So we got this Jordan poster. This is a Nike one. It's got a Nike up there. But that's cool. So that's going to be going up pretty much next to the Kill Bill posters. I'm going to try and get it into line because I was just doing it one night when I was super tired and it's not in line, but I'll get them to be lined up. These ones are a bit smaller, these two. This one's a Train Spotters poster. I just like it because of the colours, and I reckon it'll pretty much go with the aesthetic of the place as well. Alright, so let's go check out this side of the room. So I've had this plant for about five years, and it hasn't died on me yet. So I've had this for a long time. It's grown so big. It probably used to be this big when I first got it, but yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't died yet, and it's doing super good as well. Then we got this one. I brought this last week from a mate. Tom Jessup, who just did our last podcast with us. But yeah, I brought this off him. You don't really see the wooden ones too much, but this one's a front and a back, so it's like you can change the head of it to the other side. So it has just the Nike tick on the front, then it has a Just Do It. So that's pretty cool. So it's just like whatever I like looking at when I'm watching TV, you know. But it's super hard to get these ones. I'll try to put this back on. But yeah, super hard to get these ones. I think there's only like 20 or 30 in Australia apparently, so you don't really see them too often. I love movies, movie buff, so I got a massive TV. It might not look like that in the video, but it's about 75 inches. I try to stick to the color combination. I'm mostly black and white, and that sort of burnt orange, but yeah, big TV. Because we're going to have a whole bunch of movie nights here with the boys. Next week I think I'm going to get a big mirror, and then I'm going to do a checkered painting on the outside. So I'm just going to get a plain white border one, and then just get a checkered painting. But that's going to go on here next week, which is going to be cool. Moving on to sort of just my shoes that I wear most likely all the time in my sort of collection. Just got the mockers. These ones are super dirty because I went out in them when I shouldn't have. But these are one of my favorite ones. I don't really have any Jordan 1s. And these ones are my favorite ones. These are the Currys. I wear these a lot as well, but I love the color on these ones. Sort of a versatile shoe that you can sort of wear with everything. Moving on to the Plums. I don't really wear these too often. I was skating in them for a bit, so they're a bit worn. But I like wearing all my sort of shoes, so I don't really care if they get beat or not beat up. Then obviously just a TN staple piece. Also Pulp Fiction poster. It's a cool one. Brought that in Vietnam when I went there at the start of the year. And then now we've got this outdoor space, which I'm going to kit out. I'm going to have a whole bunch of plants and just like a chill area that we can use for sort of, when I have people over for drinks and that sort of stuff, or if we're just chilling. So this sort of empty space, empty canvas, which is nice. And this shuts as well. So you get a whole bunch of privacy. And also Chapel Street's literally just there. So it's pretty close. So yeah, the living room's probably my favorite space of the house. I just love coming home, having a chill, watching a movie, sitting on the couch. But yeah, this is probably my favorite room of the house, and living alone now makes it a lot better because I got a lot more time on my hands. I can do a lot more stuff. But yeah, this is a good space for me, like to grow as a person. But yeah, this is a this is my favorite space of the whole house. We're moving on to the bedroom, just so you can see. But yeah, I brought these cool little bedside tables, as you can see. I think they're from like a designer. Don't crucify me in the comments because I don't know what they are. But I also had a bed frame which is out on the balcony at the moment, as you can see. But the middle bit broke on it, so I'm just waiting for the part so we can put it. But it feels like I'm 18 years old again, sleeping on the ground, which is super weird. But I don't know, it's fine. But I've got a big bed, so it's like pretty much up to my knees already. So moving on to the closet where the real magic happens. This is pretty much how I sort of set out my, oh, it's a bit messy, but how I set up all my clothes. So I've probably got about 100 tees on hangers. So it goes pretty much all the way from the front to the back. But yeah, I've got all different types of tees. You've got all the hats up here. These are the ones I'm sort of collecting at the moment. Just because I've moved house, I've started selling off a lot of my collection and that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm going to get you a few pieces from the closet. Some of my favorite pieces that I'm wearing at the moment might not be super rare, but I'm going to get my favorite pieces that I'm loving at the moment. And we'll go sit down on the couch and I'll go through them with you. Alright, so this is pretty much all the stuff I'm loving at the moment. I'm going to just take a seat and I'm going to go through pretty much every piece that I love. These are pretty much all the pieces I wear the most of at the moment. Just coming out of summer, I'm obviously not going to wear this piece a lot just because it's getting fucking freezing in Melbourne at the moment. But this is a Mambo loud tee. I started collecting them. I've probably got about 6 of them at the moment. But they're all personal ones. But this is my favourite one of the lot. Got the Mambo bitter, like the Melbourne bitter can. All the loud tees are probably my favourite just because they've got so much graphic on them. I think there's like a bong there. Got a sort of cigarette butt thing. But yeah, this is probably one of my favourite party shirts. I was smashing it over summer. But yeah, that's definitely one of my favourite ones. Everyone's pretty much asked me about this all the time. You never really find big size knitted stuff, but pretty much I get so many DMs asking me about this polo sweater. I think I got this probably like 8 years ago, and I got it for the cheap, but this was probably one of my favourite pieces, my favourite sweater piece. It still does get sort of cold in winter just because it's got like a lot of holes in the gaps. But this is probably one of my favourite polo pieces as well, but it fits super well. It's got the tighteners at the bottom. But yeah, people are always after this. I think they go for a bit of money now. I think they go for value at about $500 to $700. But this is an old one as well, on the old tag. Oh, if you've seen all my TikToks, this is my favourite hat. When I first started Official Vintage, I had this hat. Now it was fully black when we first started, and now it's super faded. Like, as you can probably see, like it's pretty much, because I was taking it to the beach and stuff, but I like it how it's faded like this. I'm gonna try to get it even more faded at the end of this year. But yeah, this is my favorite hat. Men in Black's probably one of my favorite movies. As I told you before, I love movies. But yeah, that's my favorite hat. And you probably see me wearing that in all the TikToks and stuff because I use it most frequently. My favorite jeans in my collection at the moment, we got these Versace's, these cord Versace's. The quality on these are crazy. They've got the back hit on there. The old vintage Versace's. But yeah, I don't really wear these too often just because most of my pants, I always get holes in the middle of them from opening my legs like this too much. So I don't really want to keep wearing these and make a hole in there. I think you can even see it's already like starting to happen in the middle. So I don't really wear these too often anymore. Just because I don't want to get them like re-hemmed or whatever. Moving on to probably my favorite tees in my collection at the moment. I finally got this tee back. I've been waiting for it for ages. This is a Jackie Brown. As you can see, I like all the Tarantino films. I got the Pulp Fiction, it's got the Kill Bill. This one's cool. It's got a bit of fade. I've never seen one before. Up for sale. This is probably the first one I've seen. But yeah, I love the colors on this one. I always love the text on all the Tarantino stuff. But yeah, it's a great tee. Fits like a double XL, which is perfect. Probably my favorite tee in the collection at the moment. Moving on to this one, we got a wrap tee. So we got the Bulls wrap tee. This is a front and a back. This one's crazy. It's got all Scottie Pippins, Rodman, so it's got the main people and Jordan as well. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite rap tees I own, and it's on the Bays Club tag as well. Super faded, but yeah, definitely one of my favorite tees in my collection. So pretty much those are my favorite tees at the moment. I rotate through a lot of tees. If you guys want to see more stuff in my closet, like some of my other favorite tees, like Nike tees, Quicksilver tees, I got a lot of those, all the sort of stuff I collect. Make sure you comment below. But yeah, I'm going to chuck these back. I'm going to chuck these back. You can see in my wardrobe, the way I sort of take care of all my clothes is I hang everything. People say it sort of widens the tee, but I reckon it's a lot better when you're hanging everything rather than having everything folded up. As you can see in my last house tour, all my tees were folded. I just think you can't really get the tees at the bottom, and obviously like if you're in a cold place or whatever, they might get even moldy if you're like holding a tee for 2 years that you haven't even worn. So I definitely like hanging all my stuff up. And also, yeah, hang all your jeans up. The stuff I don't really hang out is like sort of just tracksuit pants and stuff like that, just because. And also I want to sort of get a new hat rack, just because I have like maybe like 50 hats, so I just want to get a new hat rack, maybe here or something like that, or I don't know, find a cool way to like display them, because yeah, I love all the hats, hat enthusiast. But yeah, chuck all these back. So now you've seen my house, you've seen what's in my closet, you've seen my favorite pieces, but make sure you like, subscribe if you like this video. We can go through some more pieces in my closet, but now it's time for you to get out. See you next time. All right, see you later.